Where is the European Union? If you expect a tidy box on a map, you're about to be disappointed and intrigued. The EU is not a single thing you can trace with a ruler. It's a stack of agreements, bargains, and exceptions that together act like a political organism. And once you start pulling on one loose thread, the whole pattern unravels into surprises. At its core, the European Union is built on a very simple deal. Countries put money into a shared system, they agree to follow common rules, and their citizens gain an extra legal identity that allows them to live and work across many countries without asking for permission every time they cross a border. That last part quietly changes lives. It means someone can grow up in one country, study in another, work in a third, and retire somewhere warm with better food. No long visa lines, no complicated paperwork. Just pack your bags and go. For millions of people, that freedom feels almost magical. But here is the catch. That magic only works where the agreements apply, and the European Union is famous for agreements that come with fine print. Lots of fine print. Europe does not just make rules. Europe makes rules with exceptions, and then exceptions with explanations. You may have heard of the Schengen area. This is the agreement that removes regular border checks between many European countries. In large parts of Europe, driving from one country to another feels no different than driving between cities. No passports, no border guards, sometimes not even a sign. It sounds unbelievable, and it mostly works. But not everyone joined. Some countries stayed out, and some countries joined Schengen without being members of the European Union at all. So travel freedom and political membership do not always match, and that is on purpose. Geography plays a role here. Island countries tend to like knowing exactly who comes and goes. Countries with security concerns feel the same way. So even inside Europe, borders behave differently depending on history, location, and politics. Then there's the European Economic Area, which sounds complicated but works like this. Some countries want access to European markets and free movement, but they do not want full political membership. So they pay into the system and follow many European Union rules, even though they don't help write them. This may sound unfair, and sometimes it is, but those countries also keep control over areas they care deeply about, like fishing and farming. For them, the trade is worth it. This is not confusion, this is negotiation. Money adds another layer to the story. Many European Union countries use the euro as their official currency. Others do not. Some were allowed to keep their own money forever, some plan to switch later, and a few tiny countries that are not in the European Union at all are still allowed to use the euro. So yes, in Europe, you can use European money in countries that are not European Union members. Now let us stretch the map even further. Some European Union countries still control territories far outside Europe. Islands in the Caribbean, regions near Africa, even land in South America. These places are legally part of European Union countries, which means European Union laws can apply thousands of miles away from Europe itself. At the same time, some overseas territories connected to Europe are not part of the European Union at all. Their people may carry European passports, but European Union laws do not fully apply where they live. So the legal reach of the European Union can be larger than Europe or smaller than expected, depending on the situation. This is the perfect moment to pause. Before we continue, let me be honest with you. Our likes and subscribers are still very low, and that can be discouraging. If you're enjoying this so far, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It only takes 1 second and it helps more than you realize. Alright, let us continue. The European Union did not start as one grand plan. It grew slowly through treaties, compromises, and historical leftovers. Each agreement solved a problem at the time, even if it created confusion later. That's why the European Union looks less like a single shape and more like overlapping circles drawn by different people at different times. Crises make this system easier to understand. During health emergencies, energy shortages, wars, and migration waves, Europe adjusted its rules instead of breaking them. Borders tightened temporarily, rules bent, special measures appeared, and then, slowly, things reopened again. What looks messy is actually flexible. The system survives because it can stretch without snapping. But flexibility has a price. Countries waiting to join the European Union sometimes feel stuck. New ideas about partial membership or faster access make some nations hopeful and others nervous. Trust becomes fragile when the rules feel negotiable. On a human level, the results can be surprising. Someone living in a distant European territory may vote in European elections but not enjoy full European benefits. A citizen of a nearby country may work freely across Europe but have no voice in how European laws are made. People carry powerful passports but limited influence. Europe often feels like a building where everyone has a key but not everyone opens the same doors. There are also strange legal corners. Tiny islands with special tax rules, cities with unique border status, regions where laws exist but are enforced differently, places where citizenship and rights don't line up the way you would expect. And here's something even more surprising. Many Europeans themselves don't fully understand which rules apply to them and which do not. People can live their entire lives inside the European Union and still be shocked to discover that their region follows different rules than their neighbor's region just a few kilometers away. This confusion sometimes creates frustration. People ask why Europe can't just simplify everything. Why not one border system, one currency rule, one clear definition? The answer is uncomfortable but honest, because forcing simplicity would break the agreement. The European Union survives because it allows disagreement. It allows countries to move at different speeds. It allows history to matter. It allows fear, caution, and ambition to coexist. That's why every attempt to fix Europe by making it simpler usually fails. The complexity is not a flaw added later, it's the foundation. So, what does all this mean? It means the European Union is not broken, it's negotiated. It's not simple, it's adaptable. And here's the shocker, I promise you. The future of the European Union may not depend on adding more countries in the traditional way. It may depend on creating entirely new types of membership that don't fully exist yet. Partial access, phased rights, flexible participation. The next version of Europe may not be about drawing new borders. It may be about redefining what belonging even means. So, the next time someone asks, "Where is the European Union?" you can point to a map and then explain why the map is lying. If this video helped you understand something new, please hit the like button. And most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Share this with one friend who would enjoy it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.